Hey everybody, how you doing today? Uh, Welcome to Campfire Chats with Eric and guest. I am your host, Mr. E.D. Testerman, and kind of forgive the parents. I went on a ride today to get my ears lowered and test my knees, and needless to say, I lost track of time. And I kind of good that the barber shop was closed because I need to get my butt back here to do this. So I hope everybody's doing good. I was looks like you're in here right now, Ray. Have you got any good stories to share? I need to do some advertising too while I'm at it. Get scrolled down to what I need right here. So March 15th, the docu-series that I'm a part of, Byways of Bigfoot with Linda Eastburn, will be the first part of it will be coming out March 15th. If you go to YouTube and look at her channel, you'll find a lot of stuff that she does as far as interviews and everything like that. It's been kind of hit and miss here, Ray. If you go to look her up on her YouTube channel, when Byways of Bigfoot comes out, be looking for it. It's I'm kind of excited for it to come out. That's why I can't really talk a lot about my Bigfoot encounters, is because of that right there. So it's going to be nice for it to come out. Get back into my banners here. So just kind of keep an eye out for that. Most of the stuff, or I've got a future paranormal investigation coming up with D.A. Roberts. I got some friends that own or bought a bar, and it's called the Shaved Beaver. It's in Everton, Missouri. Now, personally, I've had experiences there. I've felt three of the big hot spots. So I'm looking forward to us going to get in there. This will either be a one to multiple investigations depending on the activity. Some of my stuff is finally coming in. What I call a shadow box, because for a long time for life of me, I never could remember spirit box. When you hear me say shadow box, that's just my short-term memory going to that. That hasn't came in yet. Neither has my 360-degree digital recorder. But I have got a couple more things come in when I'm doing cryptid research and paranormal. So I've got two of these type of game pro or blah 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 blah. Anyways, yeah, these little guys here. Because when I'm doing an investigation on whatever it is, I want to be able to cover a front, rear, and side views. Now, for these will be good for my front and rear views. These GoPros here, will be good for my side because they got a clip, so I can clip one on each side of my backpack and be able to get different views. Which I'm also going to be using, my camera here while I'm doing an investigation as well. So those are the recording devices that I'll be using as far as video. We've also have a cave that has been discovered that had been collapsed. And there's been some interesting stuff found in this cave. So I've got with DA working on getting down there to do an investigation inside this cave. There was a really interesting skull found. I don't have permission to release that photo. I do have the photo of that interesting skull. I just do not have permission to release it, so therefore I cannot right now. So I will be doing won't be able to do a live, the same as the paranormal investigation at the Shaved Beaver, but it'll be recorded, and then as soon as all the evidence has gone through and DA and I go through everything, will you quit your tails vibrating through here causing noise? Go on. Go lay down. Thor, lay down. Come on, you're being rude. Lay down. Sits. All right, that's it, boys. Go on. Go on. You don't want to listen? Go on. Go on. You don't want to listen. You're making too much noise. You're being rude. Sorry, guys. Pit bulls. But as soon as we go through all the evidence and we got everything gone through, then we'll be releasing them shows. We have some possible other things we're going to be working. Go. Give me 1 second, guys. 9. Go. You guys are being rude. You want to be rude? You can't sit in here. Kids. But there's more stuff in the works coming in the future. So I'm still going to be using this digital recorder when I do investigations, but this digital recorder is going to be strictly used with this. I've got this set up to where this stays up here, so I ain't got to hold it because it's Velcroed. And I can run my cable to it, and with this rubber band keeps the trigger pulled, so I ain't got to hold on to it. So I'll be able to catch I'll have different strategies for catching different kinds of audios on any kind of investigation we go through. I will be doing visual and audio recordings even when we check this cave out. So, because you never know what you're going to find inside them caves. No clue on how long that cave had been collapsed or sealed off. The entrance has been sealed off. It's just what we found in there was pretty interesting. What was shown to me. So I do not have permission to go into detail of the landowner. So therefore I will not put that information out there. But the landowner is a very credible, and there's reasons why he's very credible. So there's a lot of stuff coming up in the future. Like I said, won't be lives, but it'll be recorded. That'll be coming to this channel. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. My knee's doing a little bit better. When I done that test, when I just got back from that test ride, had to get some wind therapy, like really bad, get some wind therapy. My knee is still kind of hurting. Mainly had issues putting my kickstand down and putting it back up. David, how you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. I've got to make my way down my middle drive. My daughter had found a footprint out there, which I don't know if I'm. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm about to. Excuse me. Sorry, I had to sneeze. She found a footprint out there. Problem is, I don't know if I'll be able to cast it. I feel you, man. I feel you, David. I really do, buddy. Because she thought it'd be smart to put her foot in there to get a size comparison. So I'm like, crap. With my knee still acting up some, I've been kind of leery about getting out in the woods. That was part of the reason why I went on that ride that I just got back from, because I wanted to test it because it felt like it was doing good. And what a good way to test out my knee handles is, pulling that throttle back, going, trying to be polite here for YouTube. Gonna be flying like an eagle to the sea, and it is hitting them gears one right after another, just pop, 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 And I did good. I mean, my knee did all the way good. I got to town, barber was closed, but it was just that kickstand. Putting that kickstand down was probably more painful. It was more painful than putting it up. And then the ride back, there was some discomfort. So I need to try to get out there. My center drive is muddy and very rough, so it's not going to be stable. So I may wait till tomorrow. Hopefully that print's still out there, which I need to get out, switch my game cams around and put some batteries in them. So I need to do that. With what's been happening, I don't even know what I did. It's just been on a back burner for me. But so all those out there, I know Ray, you said it's been quiet on your end. David, you had any good stuff that happened lately? Oh, and by the way, up here in the beginning of the chats, I posted a link. If you want to come live on here and talk about your encounters, you are more than welcome to do so. Or you can share them here in the chat. But have you guys had any fun stuff? Nothing attacking Melissa this week, is there? Oh, I forgot about that. One thing too. So I finally got these in. Now I got these with the earpieces because when I do investigations, I don't want a whole lot of radio chatter conflicting with video or audio. So I was able to get a 4-pack of these with the earpieces. So when we do investigations and I got to talk, if like we're on separate locations or we're doing it a individual, then we can still communicate without a whole lot of background noise. Yeah, as long as you got a webcam, David, and a microphone, if you just hit that link, it should automatically bring you into it if you ever want to. But man, take your time. And like I said, anytime you want to come on, you just let me know. We'll get you on here and let you share. Man, you guys have some fun stuff you guys come across, which is phenomenal. And if you guys missed the show this morning on William's show, it was a really good show. It really was. Had a lot of fun. Had some great great encounters told on there. But it was a lot of fun. It really was. So, out here, so far, most of my stuff has been cryptid related. Being I'm under that contract, I still got to kind of keep that, or I can't really talk a whole lot about that right now. But the other night, I think it was last night, I was laying in bed and it felt like somebody was there with me. But it was a calming feeling. I didn't do no EVPs. Last night I was in a lot of pain, a lot of stress, and I didn't sleep very good. And so the feeling of somebody laying next to me there was kind of comforting and helped me to finally go to sleep about 4:00 this morning. Then I had to get up at 7:30 to get ready to come on to William's show. But it's a lot of stuff going on. So I got a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of stuff with work, a lot of other things coming out. I missed Ray saying hi to me earlier, which I feel bad. I was too busy fighting with this. I have a new operation system I use called Oprah. And this is the first time I've tried to get my books published on this one here. So I'm finally able to do it. So I was messing with that when he messaged me earlier. So Ray, once again, I'm sorry, bud. I missed it. I was on, but I was so busy because I'm trying to get this book out. I've got the final editing done, and everything's looking great, man. So I can't wait to get it out there. And so here soon it'll be on Kindle, hardback, paperback, and I'll get it uploaded to go on audio too. Start doing interviews. Oh, really, Ray? Well, happy early birthday, buddy. You got. Let me guess, Ray. You're 18 and never been kissed. Uh, but so yeah, I'm trying to get it out there so I can start doing interviews for production for audio. And haven't had time to write here lately. I've had a lot going on. I'm working on Cody Barrett's Start of Legend, which is my western that I'm working on. 50? Oh, I still think it's 18 and never been kissed. I'm gonna stick with that. I think that's my deal. That's right, David. Nobody celebrates my birthday with me no more. So I mean, I forget about them half the time. I'll wake up going, "Oh crap! I made one more rotation around the sun this year." Just don't even think about it half the time. Um, but no, there's a lot of stuff going on. So um, the only really, which I don't know if you guys heard it a little bit ago, but I had yet another helicopter flying low over my house again. Earlier, what I thought was a Black Hawk, I changed my mind because it sounded a little bit different once it got overhead, and I looked up and it was a Huey. That's why it was kind of different. Uh, there's all sorts of helicopters flying around here lately. And from what I was hearing on Williams chats earlier, well, happy birthday to you too, David. I'm going to say the same thing to you as I said to Ray. You're not turning 66. You've 18 and never been kissed. Just don't tell Melissa that because I don't want my butt whipped. But between us guys, 18 never been kissed. See, that's my problem. And like when I went on that ride earlier, I knew I probably should have waited a couple days. Something inside me told me that I needed to. But I am very, very stubborn. And when I have that urge to be on two wheels, well, yeah, Ray, I get that. Um, and it's a blessing that you have, bud. It's really a blessing that you have. And I am very grateful that you have. I mean, you've joined this universe of mine, the bizarre and the unknown, and we're all blessed for each and every buddy in here that's on this show or that watches this show. Me and everybody else is blessed by everybody being here, so I'm glad that you are. I mean, it's to me that's a blessing and a miracle, buddy. Cynthia, how you doing, sweetie? Uh, But then so David, and that's my problem is like I said, I knew I should have gave it some time, but when that two wheels calls and that wind calls, and you have that connection between you, that machine, the open road, and that wind, there's nothing like that feeling. When you got all that power set between your legs and you and that machine become one being, one entity, and you're just flying down that road and you're soaking in everything that Mother Earth has to give you. I have a tendency to ignore certain issues sometimes, and well, I mean, and now, like now, I'm paying for it. But it lets me know at the same time. It lets me know where I stand so far. So I mean, that's a plus as well. Why are you still not working? Okay, close that down. But that's just how it is, man. Since coming back from Iraq and stuff like that, riding my bike is very very good therapy for me. I love that. I love that feeling. I love feeling that power, that vibration. The smells, good and bad. The experiences, good and bad. I love it, man. It's when my mind gets the way it does sometimes, getting on that bike, man, and you're just going down that road. It's like nothing else in this world exists but you and that beautiful, beautiful machine that you're sitting on. And you know what she thinks. She knows what you think. You know what she likes. She knows what you like. And you're just in perfect sync and perfect harmony. Man, ain't another feeling like it, buddy. But and I lost track of time. I really did. So I mean, I'm kind of blessed that the barber was closed because I looked down and went, "Oh, I got a show in a little bit." So I had to turn around and haul but back to the house. Juno, my brother, y'all ain't had a chance to look at Juno or Corey's stories I did for them on YouTube. Wow, you're missing something. You get in there and take a look at it. You got Juno's visitors and you got Corey's encounters. Both of them very fascinating, very interesting. I'm very blessed they shared that with me and allowed me to do a show or a video about it. So, but I mean, it's been great. It's been great. If any of you guys want me to do a little show or a video on your encounters, um, email them. Where did I put you? Where did I put you? Right here, and I will do them for you. So when I get this office done, and I can cut down kind of on some of this background noise. I think the videos will turn out a lot better. I'm still learning a lot of this stuff, and then trying to get this new office. Well, this is my office slash research room, so I'm just slowly getting it up and together. But man, do you know that was an awesome story you shared. And what's interesting is the story you shared is a lot of what I deal with out here with my guest. So that's why I love doing it. So has anybody had any fun stuff out there happen to him this week? I need to turn this little thing off. I got my lavender mister thing going. I love the smell of lavender. Trying to think if there's anything else that's been happening here. Not a whole lot. Just mainly a lot of military activity and I mean some paranormal, some cryptid. Which sadly a lot of this stuff is hard for me to get out and do because I haven't been able to walk around. I'm just finally happy that I ain't got to be on that cane. Work this week did suck. I went back to work Tuesday. I work 4 10s Monday through Thursday. Yeah, we've been kind of blessed here, David. Our weather's been really nice here this week. So, I mean, we've been blessed. It's just like when I work 10-hour days, 4 days a week, unless there's a natural disaster that happens, then I'm working 12-hour shifts until it's cleaned up. Uh, so this week, I was off for 11 days. It cost me 3 days of vacation. I was off for 11 days because of the holidays and regular days off. I'm off Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. Um, it was kind of hard. I was in a lot of pain. Both my knees were really, really bad this week to the point that I finally broke down and called the doctors. Like, I need something, man. I can't get it to get over with. I thought it was my gout at first. For us, it's supposed to be Tuesday. You're supposed to have rain. Wednesday, snow, and then it's supposed to be good again. So Monday and Thursday is supposed to be good, but rain Tuesday, snow Wednesday. I was looking at it because I was like, I wonder if I could ride my bike to work this week. Looks like the only day I'm gonna be able to do it on is Monday. Um, but it was my knee was bad enough that I finally broke down and called my doctor, and I've got a new doctor. Um, I don't know how she's going to do. I have issues with changing doctors, but my doc has retired, so I'm getting a new one. Which those of you don't know, a couple years ago, I wound up in the hospital with pneumonia real bad. Apparently, I almost died because I didn't want to pay for the ambulance ride to the hospital. I was finally able to get a ride to go, and couldn't find out I was on had pneumonia and I was about dead. And then a few days later is when my mom wound up in the hospital, and give me 1 second, sorry. Let me reply to this real quick. Um, my mom had wound up in the hospital. My doc saved my butt. My doc would not let the hospital do what they were doing. Um, which caused a friend of mine to be medically retired from work, which I ended up taking over his position at work. And my mom never made it out of the hospital. Uh, but my doctor understood me, understood how I am, how I think, how I like things. So my doctor saved my life. Uh, Now he's retired. And so now I have this new doctor, and I've yet to meet her yet. But luckily, I described to them what was going on. I was like, I thought it was gout. I tried to treat it with gout. I do get gout in the knee from time to time. It's not very often, but I do get gout in the knee from time to time. I just realized my beard's still kind of from a motorcycle ride. um, but she sent me some steroids and some other stuff over. She said it should be in a couple days and you'll be doing better. By the next day, I was already leaps and bounds better than what I was. Still got some pains, not as bad as what it was. So I'm hoping this will get good, and I'll be right back out in them woods and right back on the bike, doing everything else that I want to do. Uh, so it's going to be fun. Uh, so that's why I was kind of looking at weather too, because I was like, maybe Monday would be good, and I can just go ahead and ride in. It's supposed to be 53 in the morning, 70 in the afternoon. I'm like, a little bit of 45-minute cold ride into work ain't going to be too bad. I can dress for that. But it is what it is. So, but so yeah, I got some more stuff coming in. I'm slowly and surely building up my stuff to make a better program for you guys. I'm still learning a lot of stuff, which is nice. So, but if you guys missed our show this morning with William Nighthawk on the Paranormal Weekend show, it was good. I had a kind of weak moment on there, I'll admit it, but it was good. My life's been one tragedy after another in one form or another. I've dealt with a lot of death in my life, uh, both family members, someone very, very, very dear to me that I love very much, and a lot of good friends, a lot of good soldiers I served with. There's my girl Melissa. Hey, how you doing today, sweetie? So it was a good show. If you guys get a chance, go to William's YouTube channel and check it out. It was a good show. I'm looking forward to tomorrow morning. Um, those of you who may not know, I mean that's William's YouTube channel right there. Go check it out. You know, It's been fun. I can't wait for this docu-series to come out. I really cannot wait till this docu-series comes out because I like, I have so much evidence on my phone of cryptids that I am just excited to get it out there. Um, now, oh, should I or should I not? I mean, define live there, David. You may, in her mind, take up space, or you not. Man, you two are awesome. I love the hell out of you guys. You guys crack me up. You guys are great. Oh, you missed it earlier, unless I was asking if you had your hair pulled again. If you guys don't get it, if you guys haven't seen, if you're friends with Melissa on Facebook, you really need to check out what happened to her last week. That was bizarre. That was really wow. That's something you don't get very often. You guys still keeping your cameras going in case that happens again? I think that's how we. I think that's what we are to all the women, David. I think we're just the ATM, buddy. Oh man. Oh gosh, man. Yeah, I knew you guys were talking about leaving your cameras rolling more because of that incident. What happened? I mean, you can see your dog react. Oh, you guys are awesome. Um, so I was just kind of curious if you guys have been doing that, but God, you guys are blessed to have each other. I tell you what, and I'm blessed to have you guys on my channel. It's you guys. If you're not friends with them on Facebook, they are good people to be friends with on Facebook. They got some interesting stuff. And for you guys who don't know, they do a lot of paranormal investigations. So I mean, they got some interesting stuff. I've heard some stories of theirs. Man, they do a good job. So I can't wait to see more of their work. I really can't. It's going to be awesome. Um, change that up for a second. See, I wonder what's going on because I've noticed that's been a trend here lately, Melissa. I really have. Um, this makes you wonder with everything that's going on, is that have part of it or what? But I mean, it seems like a lot of activity has slowed down. I loaned two of my trail cams to our son next door. They have been having weird stuff lately. Interesting. Like are you able to elaborate, or is that on a wait till another time basis deal? Like, do you think it's cryptid related, or paranormal, or supernatural, mythological, or folklore, or could it be our neighbors up above? I'll admit, David, I'm a pretty good chicken pecker. That's because this is how I type, literally. That's the only way I can do it. Now I can type pretty fast. I'm learning more and more as I write to do this. But man, I can chicken peck with the best of them. I can definitely do that. Get out of that garden. Yeah, you heard me. Stop it. Nine. 9. I said, get out. I'm watching you. Get out. Get out of that garden. Your boy's about to get in trouble. Look at me like you can't hear me. Oi. Hey, Scott, how's it going, buddy? Dude, phenomenal share this morning. Yeah, I have to, David. I have to, David. I'm getting better at memorizing where certain things are, but it's been a lot of practice. A lot of practice. Oh, anytime, Scott. I mean, that was awesome. I really enjoyed that. I mean, Elf's share too was good this morning. That was fun stuff. It really was. Um, I didn't mean to have to get onto my dog's live, but they're out there digging my daughter's flower garden. I was like, I better put a stop to that pretty quick. Man, my camera is not wanting to keep focus very well today or this afternoon for some reason. Huh. Haven't been watching my screen enough. I don't know if something's been moving. That's why it's not staying focused or what. I get you. I understand, David. I just got tired of dogs, kicked them out, and I left the door open. I let them run in and out because if not, they'll do like they did this morning and bug me to let them out, and then knock on the door to want me back in. They have no concept of time. They're kids. So, but no, last night when I had that feeling of that entity laying next to me, uh, kind of like the soothing. I've had that before, but it's been a while. So last night, very hard for me to sleep. Very, very hard for me to sleep. And for some reason, oh, I live on 40 acres out in the middle of nowhere, so I'm kind of blessed. I'm like, you mongrels just go and run. So I'm kind of blessed when it comes to that. I am not built for city life or town life. I really am very, very stressed and uncomfortable in a city or town. I don't like it. When I go there and I get out quick. I do not want to deal with it. Okay. Our son heard voices inside their house ever since they moved in a couple years ago. Vehicles making weird chirping sounds and brakes and taillights on them kicking or on at night. Not occupied. Oh, that would be, yeah, a good reason to have something like that up. Yeah, that's why I was wondering. I was about to say it sounds like a poltergeist situation there, but without knowing the feeling, it's hard to really jump to that because it could have been an ornery one, just trying to get your attention. But uncomfortable feeling, and you're getting that stuff going on, that could be poltergeist or demonic. Which in some theories they're two and the same. Some theories they're not. Um, I am kind of stuck in between on that. I lean a little bit more towards two separate things, but I mean, I could see where the connection of the two being the same comes in at the same time. Uh, that is very interesting. Objects moved around. Siri having conversation with someone in the room at night. Yeah, that's I mean that's definitely either way you look at it, an intelligent style haunt. If it's able to have a conversation with Siri, that is a very intelligent haunt because it's learned that hey, if I talk to this little thingy sitting here, it'll talk back to me, and it can hear me better than these humans can. So I may want to talk to this. That could be what it's thinking. I don't know. That's very intriguing either way. That is very intriguing. But if it's doing all that stuff with the brake lights, noises, and uncomfortable feeling, man, I'm wanting to say that's probably. I mean, that's poltergeist. What are you guys thinking, Melissa? I got mild concussion when they first bought the house. I was shoved backwards into a wall cabinet down in the. Oh no! So it's violent. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Ray. That's not good. That is really is not good, Melissa. Um, yeah, I mean you're absolutely right, Scott. I've often wondered that's man. I just had deja vu. I literally just had deja vu when I looked when Scott said his next message here. Yeah, we all know about. Well, and see the thing too, Melissa is if you guys remember, I told you about when we bought this property 32 years ago. Uh, we had you can tell there was black magic, black witchcraft used here, satanic worshiping used here. My one of my stepdad's sons was into dark magic, and when he came here to stay for a little bit, had done certain things that he claimed was blessing the home. Uh, it really introduced a lot of very evil stuff. That's why I'm not a fan of dark magic. I've seen firsthand what dark magic does. I've seen what it takes and what it costs on the person casting dark magic. That's why I'm not a fan of it. But it took us blessing this property two or three times and putting salt and burning sage to get all of it out. When I lived in the one house in Minnesota from 2006 to 2013, I picked up 128 different spirits that would come through. Yeah, that's a lot. And like I told you that one day, Ray, with all the death that's been in that area that you live in, that is not surprising at all. See, the house was built in 1857, so that's right. I remember that was buried. That was built on a graveyard, if I remember correctly, Ray, wasn't it? Not sure how old the house is, but I believe it was from early 1900s, and that's possible. And I've this is just my opinion, my theory. But I think the older the home, the more it's been exposed to um, entities, the more you're going to have from it. I mean, I could be wrong. A lot of it's stuff you bring in the home, where it's built, stuff like that too. Listen, my opinion, based on experiences, the owners need to tell the entity that it is not welcome to leave and to leave. Worship music being played 24/7 helps as well. You're 100% right, Scott. And that's one thing I've said on here many a times. Like when I have something here that doesn't feel right, that like when it wakes me up, or I walk into into the home and I can feel it, or it does things I don't like. I have this is my home, so I am the one with the power in this home, and I'll tell it, you have to leave. You have no business here. You are not welcome. You have to leave, and they generally do. Oh, that's right. Thank you, Ray. By the lake on limestone. Yes, which limestone is a huge conductor for paranormal, and so is water. So when you got the two combined, any kind of paranormal activity in that area is going to be amplified because you got, and that's what I deal with here. I mean, I have upper, lower aquifer underneath me. I have a creek that runs by. I've got a river close by, and I live on limestone. That's why a lot of my paranormal activity here is the way it is because I have them two superconductors combined, and that's why you can do it. That's why you have it. So I'm a very firm believer in that because of most of my experiences, most of my research seems like the heavier the activity is has either one or the other or both combined. And it seems like where they're both combined is where the heaviest of the activity is. That's my theory, and that seems to be a theory that's going on out there. I can't actually prove it. I can just go off the data and the experience. But you really probably need to get that house blessed again, Melissa. Get some sage burning in there. Um, they, man, I don't know how that works. Being, are they renters or owners of that home, Melissa? Okay, good. So being as they own it, they need to take control of their home. That is going to be very, very, very important, especially if you're dealing with a poltergeist. They need to take control of their home. Um, okay. Well, I mean, so they probably stepped in a pretty good deal then. That's usually a good, as long as the house is in good shape. Sometimes, man, when you step into something like that, you're coming out ahead. Um, but not only do you need to have a holy man of whatever faith it is that you want. Um, I've had the Christian side of it myself, but I can tell you the Native Americans ways is very powerful. Just whatever is comfortable for you guys, a preacher, pastor, whatever you want to call them, or a holy man from a local tribe come in. You need to have them re-bless that home, put a border of salt around that home, and bless it with sage, and take control of their home. If they don't, that thing is going to run them out of their home. Judging by the way you're acting, and I could be wrong on this, but I say it's probably pretty close to that right now. See, and that's the thing. I'm almost, to me, I'm guessing from what I'm picking up, the laundry room's downstairs in the basement, ain't it? On that home, that's something that's kind of popping up in my head. You got a couple foundation pillars down there. You got the washer and dryer down there, possibly a table with the laundry. I'm thinking maybe a sink. Okay. That's just kind of what's popping up in my head when I'm trying to get a visualization of this. To me, if you come down the stairs and to your left, and I could be wrong, this is just kind of what I'm getting. kind of is where the strongest of the feeling is. Um, am I correct on that? Okay. So, okay. See, the cement floor. Yep. Okay. Sink also. Okay. Do you feel that the strongest of that energy is to your left as soon as you come down the stairs, possibly like around in the corner area? Where to me, it almost seems like a possibly a drain is there of some sort or a window. I think it's a drain though. I'm trying not to get into depth on this vision just because I don't have permission. Yes, yes, Scott. You need to get that home blessed. But I'm just wondering if that's where you think that area what I was kind of describing is kind of where you think it is. Because I get a feeling there's something in that wall over there, which may be the cause of it. Okay. I hope I ain't freaking you out, Melissa. I'm trying not to get. How do I describe this nicely? I am kind of tapping into that vibe, but I'm not doing a whole lot because I don't have permission. Sometimes it's hard to control that, but when I have a friend in need, it has a tendency to come out. Um, I seriously recommend that you, and like quick, you need to do this quick. And I could be wrong, but I get a feeling that your son and his family, they're pretty much at their wits' end, is wanting to leave already because of everything that's happened. Don't let that thing run them out of their home. I don't do it. If you do that now, if they let that happen now, they'll be doing that for the rest of their life. Anytime they run into something like that, let you need to help them to understand that they need to take charge of their home and make that their home. So, if I remember right, you guys are pretty heavy into Christianity. So, get your preacher, your pastor, whatever it is you call them, get them there. Um, get that holy water, the holy oil. Yeah, I'm really thinking that it was something there that it was attached to, and that's why that presence was real heavy there. Um, that is kind of what I'm picking up on. Um, I mean, I get visions of a hat, but I don't think the hat is totally attached to it. It's almost like there's something dealing with that wall. I just there's something with that wall that really sticks out with me. I don't know if it's something in it or if that was just because that was his location, which would fit if that's where his office was and that's where his desk was. That would fit. Whatever it is, whoever it is, to me, it seems like a man in his, I would say, mid 60s to early 70s. Um, kind of a grumpy type man. Have a Christian group familiar with this stuff come over and anoint with oil and pray the room, casting out any unclean spirits. Your family will need to be active participants. You're absolutely correct, Scott. You're 100% correct. And that goes right back to what I was saying before. They need to take control of their home. That is their home. If you notice, like whenever I have one, when I was doing the EVPs and it says, I want to stay, I always tell it, if you're kind and you promise not to mess with me and my family, you are welcome to stay. But if you're not, I will evict you. I'm taking control of my home. And they need to be the same way. Uh, they need to be the same way. But listen to what Scott said there. That's going to be very important. Um, and it needs to be done quick, huh? It really it really needs to be done very quickly. I just get that feeling that you really need to do it very, very quickly, and do what Scott says. They need to be involved on that. It is very, very, very important that they get involved on that, because I don't want to see this experience ruin something good for your son and his wife and his family. I don't, and that is the sad thing. See, you guys, when you're dealing with the paranormal and supernatural, there is two sides to that coin. Just like cryptids, just like mythological, just like folklore, just like the bizarre, anything you deal with out there on the bizarre side of our life, there's two sides to that coin. Now, either one side is just that's how they are, or the other side of it because you kind of made them that way. Um, but it's the same way when it comes to supernatural and paranormal. You're going to have entities that are kind and compassionate and want to help, and you're going to have those that are selfish, are cruel, and all they want to do is cause mayhem for you. Um, that's something that you need to they need to think about. Oh man, I'm sorry that's happened to your son. You guys, I mean, listen, David, I'm sorry. I mean, I can. When I was younger, doing this stuff, and I was untrained and unknowledgeable about a lot of things, I've walked into situations thinking I knew a lot of stuff, and I was wrong, and I had brought a lot of stuff upon myself. And when you do that, it is very, very hard to get rid of it. They're in Virginia, Scott. Oh crap! So I was pretty. So I was pretty dang close then on what I thought it was. Um, when you have them come in your home and do a blessing, you need to start in that basement. Start at the heavy feeling and force it out of that home. And one thing your family can do before they even the preachers get there is start taking control now. Start now so that it'll be easy later. But they need to start taking control of their home. They need to tell that thing, this is my home. You are not welcome here. You need to leave. And say it in the name of Jesus Christ, the Lord and Savior. You really, they left suddenly and left a lot of furniture and clothing and personal belongings. Ooh, wow. Huh. I wonder if they weren't ran out then. or forced out because they're doing stuff they weren't supposed to do. But I wonder if they weren't ran out by something there. Interesting. That is very, very interesting situation there, Melissa. It does, Scott. You're absolutely right, buddy. You're absolutely right. That does explain a lot of stuff. Um, they need to get something done really quick because for a couple reasons. Not only do they not need to want to lose their home, but the more you let this thing run rampant and do what it wants to do, the stronger it gets and the harder it will be for them to get rid of them. So they need to get this done quick. They really, really do. They need to get this done quick. Have you guys? See, and that's I'm wondering. I mean, if they left out quick, that's why I'm wondering if they just didn't get caught doing something they weren't supposed to do, and that's why they left quick, or something came in and ran them out. You would think, though, a preacher would know how to handle a situation like that. But I've heard stories of preachers ran out of places because of that stuff. I don't know if it's because their faith wasn't good or what. I don't know. But I've heard of instances that way. Very, thank you, Scott. That's, yes, perfect. Um, you may want to talk to William, see what he can do to help you too, Melissa. You really do. William may have some things that'll help you out a lot. Forgot to bring me a hat in here, so I'm stuck with my do rag. Man, our pastor went through the home when they first got it and went through the home and blessed it for our son. Passed away almost 2 years ago. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Or Dennis. Did I miss something, Cynthia? Did I miss a comment, hon? Let me scroll up here. I don't see. Um, Plus, there are people of faith that wears a false mask, take advantage of people and situations for self glorification. Never know who to trust anymore. You're right, David. It says in the Bible, in the days there'll be false prophets, and I've seen that a lot in churches. Dennis Carroll, that name sounds familiar. But you're absolutely right, David. So you need to really search with your heart, your soul, and your mind to make sure that you're choosing right. Dennis Carroll, where does that name sound familiar? Man, that's going to bug me because I know I've heard that before. Uh, but yeah, so and like I said, talk to William. He may have something that can help you out. He really may because he can do. He's got a lot of connections on some of that stuff. Yeah, they do, Scott. Okay, that's it. Thank you. Gosh, oh yeah. Well, you can tell my brain ain't working right now. You're right. Call Dennis. Call Dennis. You're absolutely 100% right. Call Dennis too. Get a hold of William or get a hold of Dennis. Man, I can't believe I didn't put those two together. I feel bad about that one. I should have been able to put them two together. I apologize for that. I feel like an idiot right now. Yeah, yeah. I remember Dennis has got that. That man is that, he's an intelligent man. He really is an intelligent man. Yeah, yeah. I knew I was like, God, I know that from somewhere. I just for some reason brain farted that whole situation there. Shows you where my brain's been lately. It's been scattered brained. I have been so scattered brained here lately. Probably doesn't help that I'm only going on a couple hours of sleep right now too, and I'm hopped up on steroids, other stuff, and painkillers. Probably doesn't help my chances out none. So, but yeah, no, it's Dennis would be another good one to call. Um, yeah, I would try to get a hold of Dennis, or I'd try to get a hold of William. Yeah, they'd be both good. Well, South Carolina ain't that far from Virginia, if I remember correctly. So he may have a connection there. He may very well have a connection there that would help you guys out. Either one of them. I mean, they're really. I mean, Virginia ain't that far from Florida, ain't that far from South Carolina. Either one of them two could have somebody in that area that can help you out on either aspect of native or Christian side. Yeah, I did. I apologize, Dennis. If you see this later, I'm sorry. I had a dumb moment. Oh man, I hate hearing that stuff. That is sad. Um, that is. But yeah, I mean, I agree with David too. It is. It's getting hard to get people of faith to where you can. The hunting shadows is that one, Scott? Is that what you're saying, Bud? The hunting shadows is his email. Unless I've missed. Did I miss something? Which is, yeah, I probably did. But yeah, reach out to him. Okay. I was wondering if I missed something. I was like, oh man. Here I'm having a blonde moment on one thing and now I'm just having another. Oh my gosh. I need to get my head right today. God, that wind therapy was nice though. Oh, that wind therapy was nice. Um, type it in there and I'll add it on here on a banner. If you wouldn't mind, Scott. Send me a message on Messenger, Scott, with it, and I'll make a banner, and that way we can have it up there. You know, maybe I can get it to come on that way, or I can just add it in the chat here. Oh, he did, didn't he? I forgot about that. I remember somebody telling me that. I'm glad he's getting that out there. Might have been William telling me about that. They may remember be where I heard it from. There you go. Does that look like it, Scott? I keep forgetting. I got to look up his books. I keep forgetting to do that. Okay, good. That way we got it in the chat. Um, but get that. Email him, Melissa, please. Email him and let him know what's going on. You don't want to wait on that. There's something you just don't want to wait on. I think, I really, really think that your family's going to be a lot better when you do that. So, man, I hate hearing stories like that because, I mean, I know how they are. That is scary situations for people to be in, especially people that are not familiar, that like to, what's a good way of putting it, who either don't believe or do not want to believe that this stuff is true, is real, or even to those who are. Why does my camera keep fuzzing out? That is weird. Kind of looks like my backdrop is moving too, but it's setting still. Um, but even for people who believe in that stuff, to run into that situation, even some of your most prepared people, that really jacks with their psyche. Stope nine nine. Ay, they're just people shooting guns and dogs are going nuts. Um, wow. Thanks for sharing that, Melissa. If you wouldn't mind, I mean, even if you just want to private message me, keep me posted on the on what's happening in that. Um, because I really want to see them uh, come out ahead on this situation. I don't want them to lose something very good for them. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Melissa. That's why I was wondering. Um, like William said this morning, my the one true love of my life who was killed, seen over my left shoulder, and he said he seen my mom over my right. So I'm wondering if that's them, especially because both of their deaths play very they're very hard on me. Um, both of them, I blame myself for their deaths. Um, both of them, when they died, hit me hit me like a ton of bricks, man. I felt like I got hit by a Mack truck because I just keep telling myself I could have prevented this if I was smarter. I could have prevented this if I was able to control my anger when them guys attacked us. That is part of the reason I've spent a good part of my life learning how to control my anger. Is because when I go into that mode, especially when it comes to defending somebody that I love, that is not a very good place for me to be. Um, the other part of it, when my oldest daughter was born, from that second on, I knew I could not be that person no more. It would not be fair to my child and my children actually now, my children, to see their dad like that. Uh, So, because of Cheryl's death and the birth of my children, those were the two pivotal points in my life that I was like, I cannot let that beast out. Bad things happen when that beast comes out. When that other entity that is me, that I keep locked up inside, comes out, it's not good. Uh, Even though my intentions are good, my intentions are pure, and my intentions are protective, bad things happen. So between her death, me blaming her death on me, and my kids being born is what led me to learn how to control it. Now, a big factor in controlling that was my Marine Corps training. My Marine Corps training taught me how to focus that energy and release it at a specific time and place. So it gave me direction and it gave me guidance. If that makes sense to you guys, that is was one of the pivotal things in teaching me how to learn how to control that part of me. Um, when I was younger, I joked around and called it my Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde um, moments. Later on, I started realizing and putting two and two together and realized, okay, my family hails from Ragnar Lothbrok through Ivar the Boneless. Berserkers and what they do and what they're like is very similar to how I am in that state of mind. Is that it? I don't know. But the Marine Corps was very pivotal in helping me to learn how to direct it and focus it. And it's taken me a lot of years to learn to control that part of me. It's like I said, I can use it for good, for the right reasons. There it goes blurring out again. But bad things happen when that part comes out. So I don't like to release it unless I absolutely have to. It's like a last resort for me. Because sadly, when I get in that state, it seems like unless it's somebody that I really, really care about, um, the only time I can get out of that mindset, out of that state of mind, is when I well, whenever that part of me is satisfied that enough destruction and damage was done to warrant me to snap out of it. That instant with Cheryl, it took her to snap me out of it. She got my attention focused on her, and I was able to snap out of that mindset. So, yeah, it's so their deaths. Those are the two of the biggest deaths that impacted my life was them two there. I mean, I've had a lot of deaths that impact me. Some stuff I don't talk about um, that happened over the pond, stuff I've seen, stuff I've done. Um, yeah, it's just yeah. I just yeah, we're not gonna go there. But I've seen a lot of stuff in my life. I've experienced a lot of stuff, but now I'm love where I'm at. You know, I've got the peace of mind. I stopped caring what people thought. Um, I live by the phrase dilly gaff. I can't repeat it on here, but you ever get curious? Dilligaf. Look it up. Dilly gaff. I love that mindset. I have a very big positive. I sacrifice my needs to try to help others. I do that quite often. Usually puts me in a tight situation, but I'm always trying to help those around me, and those that I hold dear to me. I'm always trying to help them. Uh, that's just a big part of who I am. My friends joke around will tell you that I give you the shirt off my back, but you cross me, I'll take the shirt back plus something else. That's kind of much how I am. But I love good vibes. I try to teach good vibes. Teaching my youngest daughter how to keep positivity in her, it helps her. She does slip from time to time, but trying to teach her the good positivity, teach her the old ways, the old medicines, seems to help her in her situation too. So it's kind of nice to have that. But once again, Dave and Melissa, thank you for sharing. Like I said, if you just want to tell me privately, message me. Let me know how things go on that. I really hope you guys can get that turned around pretty quick. So, but that's awesome. Anybody got anything else they want to share today? And like I said, you're more than welcome to come on live if you want to and share. If you need to, I could post that link again. Let's go ahead and do it. Help you guys out. If you want to share something, click that little bad boy right there and come on in. We'll give her a listen and give her a talking. That's what this is about. I probably need to make another backdrop for when I'm doing the campfire one, but yeah, that'd be another time, another place, another dollar. Paul, how you doing, buddy? It's good seeing you. How's your family doing? Paul's a former co-worker of mine, and we may not have partied at a few rallies together. But yeah, if you guys got any stories you want to share, share it in the chat here. If you want to come live, hit that link there. I would love to hear about your encounters, your stories. I feel you, man. I feel you. I am too. Let me get caught up here. Sorry, guys. Y'all give Paul a howdy. He's a good guy. Yeah, he's a knucklehead, but he's a good guy. I like to see and investigate this stuff first, as they say. Grab the bull by its horns. You dang right, buddy. You're dang right, David. Absolutely. Absolutely. One or two or 12. I'm not bad, buddy. I'm not bad. I'm getting over this knee injury. Kind of stubbornly went on a wind therapy ride today, which I should not have done, but you know how I am. To test out my knee. I did pretty good. Putting the kickstand down hurt. Hurt more than it did putting it up. By the time I got back home, which I did a turn and burn. No, I didn't fall out of the dump truck, buddy. I just woke up. My knee was about 3 times the size of it normally being, and it hurt like hell. I guess there's one way to put it. I was having certain kinds of dreams at a certain point in my life, and I was tossing and turning that night. So I think I may have tweaked it in my sleep. So, but you know how I am. I get stubborn and hard headed, and I'm thinking, I don't care. I'm not feeling the pain I used to. I'm going to hop on this bike and go. And yeah, I probably should have gave it. Yeah, I'm okay, bud. Doctors have got me on some meds. I'm doing fine now. But yeah, no, it's one of the things. Old age, 13 years of jumping out of helicopters and more than that, jumping in and out of the back of farm equipment and 18 wheelers, plus fighting and everything else I've done. My body's it's tore up. You know how it is, buddy. Melissa, I know one, and you do too. Who is more powerful than whatever this is? Absolutely, Scott. Absolutely. There you go, buddy. There you go. I would say I am. Always laughed. one of my green belt instructors, Sergeant Nerad, he was infantry, same as I was when I was going through Marine Corps boot camp. And he always warned us that every year in Marine Corps infantry adds 7 years to your life of your body. And I, of course, back then was young and dumb and full of you know what, that I didn't listen. Well, I was SOC, MSE, Scout Snipers, Yankee Whites, NBC, and I jumped out of helicopters. So I took regular infantry and went, hold my beer, I'm going to do this. And supersized that order. So I'm fixing to turn 45, and my body is a lot older than that. But it's just hard living. I still wouldn't trade any of it. I wouldn't trade it for all the tea in China. I really wouldn't. You know, I did everything I did for a reason. You know, I did what my calling was. I wish I could have done it longer. If my body would have held out, I would have done it longer. I just done 13 years, 4 deployments, 2 ex-wives later. I hung my boots up. I would have done it because that was my calling. My calling was to be a warrior for my people, and I miss it. I really do. I miss the Marine Corps more than I do the Army. But I was a pogue in the Army. And that's probably the reason why my Army career wasn't as fun as my Marine Corps career. But my body was it was tore up. I abused it. There you go. We're on the same page there, Melissa. There you go. But yeah, in year wise, I am a youngster. Body wise, I am not, buddy. But that's okay. We're still going. Damn right, Scott. Damn right. Oh, I probably shouldn't have said that word. Stope. 9. Give me 1 second, guys. The spoiled one is upset because he's not in here with me. Yes, well, it's not my fault. You're the one that chose to go out that door, not me. You can't get on to me because you wanted to go outside that door. Oh, my gosh. It ain't like you haven't seen me in forever. You've just been gone for a little bit. Oh, gee, you had a burp in my face. Oh, nasty. Your breath stinks. You smell better since I gave you a bath, though. This little dude is hard to give a bath. So I have learned that if I hop in the shower, I grab him up and I wash him first in the shower. Cleaning him is like 10 times easier if I'm holding on to him. So usually if I got to take a shower and it's time for him, which your fur feels so much softer now too, I'll give him a bath and then I can go in and do mine. Oh, good, that's my ear. Spoiled little brat. But it's my little buddies. You even shine more on this. You know, you shine more on this computer screen since you've had that too. Well, if you learned how to take a bath by yourself, I wouldn't have to do it for you. He is, Scott. I cannot go anywhere without him. If I do not take him on a ride in the truck or the car when I'm gone, he gets upset. He literally nips at my heels all the way to the vehicle and tries to rush me to open the door so he can hop in, sit on the doghouse there in between the seats, the front seat. That's where he sits. And he usually has his head laying on my arm, facing up, staring at me while we're driving. Yeah, I can imagine how that is. I mean, it's the same way as doing it with a pit bull. I love pit bulls, but they are the autistic kid of the dog world. Buddy, I can't have you right in my face for you're being rude. Do I need to put you down? Do you need to get set back down? You're being rude. Quit being rude. Behave. But I love pit bulls to death. They're one of my favorite dogs, but they are definitely the autistic child of the dog kingdom. And giving them baths, pretty interesting. So I can imagine how German Shepherd is. Uh, Here in about an hour and a half, guys, D.A. Roberts, I'm so glad he's doing better. I am so glad he is doing better. It fills my heart with joy that he's able to get back and do his shows again. But he's going live at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time here in an hour and a half. So I definitely won't be having this show on that long because I love watching his shows. I'm going to have to try to get him back on one day. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I'm okay to talk about this because he's publicly talked about it. He's been having some issues with his heart and his breathing. And so he has not been able to do a show for a little while because he cannot hold his breath. He can't keep his breath. And yeah, watch this thing in the pool, Melissa. It's funny as hell. This little rat dog right here in the pool is funny as hell. He has to swim to me. But he's doing better. He did a show Wednesday night, was the first one in a while. He is doing better now. They got his medications correct. So he'll be going on here at 8 o'clock. I tried to never miss one of his shows. For those of you who don't know who D.A. Roberts is, he's a friend of mine, a brother, a fellow author, and a mentor. If you go to YouTube and look up DAX Machina at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, you'll be able to find his show. I'm definitely going to be in there. So I highly encourage, if you guys want information, I highly encourage you to watch his shows. He has got a lot of information. I didn't see, give me a second, I'll look up what his show is today. That was one of the things I responded to because I got a deal about his show coming on tonight, so I'm happy he's doing it. He's going to be doing a show on the gargoyles tonight. So it ought to be a good show. Ought to be a really good show. And me and him are going to be doing a lot of different investigations. We're also talking about something else in the work. I really think you guys are going to like what me and him have planned. I need to talk with him. I've not really hit him up a whole on it with his mother-in-law situation too. So now that he seems to be doing okay, seems like things have calmed down, I'll be hitting him up because we're talking about doing something that I really, really believe you guys will enjoy. And I know I'm going to have fun doing it with him. I'm working on trying to get more boots on ground with him. And we're going to go out and do a lot more things, provide some more content for you guys, personal content. This type of content, most likely, we'll have to record, go through everything before we post them. So it won't be a live deal. We might get lucky and be able to, from time to time, do a live while we're doing this stuff. But then later have to actually post the show pre-recorded. Either way, I really think you guys are going to enjoy what we got coming for you. But it's going to be fun. We're already talking about, like I said earlier, one investigation, depending on activity, possibly more at the Shaved Beaver. I'm trying to get things lined up. We may be doing one at the lodge that I tend to. I'm with University Lodge, but we meet at Gate of the Temple in Springfield. And I can tell you now, the stuff I've seen while I'm there, if I'm allowed to go in and do a paranormal investigation there, I do not think you guys will be disappointed. And I may have an opportunity to do a with DA do a parent. Come on, bud. Okay, now you're being a pain in the butt. Do a paranormal investigation at the Shrine Mosque in Springfield, possibly even the Lincoln Center at OTC, Ozark Technical Community College. From what I understand, by a fellow brother, lodge brother, that there's a lot of paranormal activity there. So I'm trying to get a lot of stuff set up to give you guys a lot of more content than just these lives. So I really think you guys are enjoying them. I'm going to love doing them. It's going to be fun. It's really going to be fun. So if you guys got something else that you guys would like us to do, let me know. If it's something that I can get to and do, I'm sure we'll do it. I'm going to try to hit up Joe Bald with him. I'm going to try to hit up LBL. Not only because I want to, but I have a different style book than I normally write with cryptid horror that I want to write. I've got this urge to write this book, but I need boots on ground experiences of that areas before I start that book. But it's not going to be historical. It's not going to be military based cryptid horror like I normally write. It's going to be something different, and I'm kind of excited to do it. So, I mean, hopefully it's something you guys like. I'm going to put this back up here. If you guys are interested in looking at my books, you can find me on Amazon. Wrong one. That's why I look different. You can find me on Amazon right here, and my books are available on there, hardback, paperback, Kindle. It's also available on audio. 2 of my 4 books are published are available on audio. 2 of them are in the works trying to get out. I'm getting ready to have my 5th one dropped. The American Guard Book 1, House of Battle, which is the one I've been working on. That's based off of the World War II German werewolves. There's a prequel to Saga Grimson. Saga Grimson is the first book I ever wrote. So this one is World War II based, prequel to Saga Grimson. So I'm excited. So I'll tell you, we're going to go ahead and, man, we've been going on for about an hour and 40 minutes now. We're going to go ahead and we'll get closed up here for this weekend. I want to get some things done, get rehydrated, and it's been fun. Melissa, thank you for sharing. Please keep me posted. You and David keep me posted on what happens. Get with Dennis, get with William, and we need to get something out there. So if you wouldn't mind, just let me know how that goes. So I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for coming on. Peace and love and blessings to you all. And until tomorrow morning and tomorrow evening, this was Campfire Chats with Eric and Guest. Y'all have a blessed day.